मुलांना खाली करू.
Jai Bhim. Good afternoon. Everybody okay? Yes. Very good. It's good to see you, all of you. Wonderful. Most respected Bhante Dhammananda, founder of the GLBV Vihara, giving us this wonderful opportunity to having our wonderful celebration, Dhamma Diksha. So thank you, Bhante, for your great honor, and we really appreciate that what you have done to our entire community, not only Sri Lankan, but the Indian, Bangladesh, all the Buddhists. And I always admire and highest respect to you, because you are the one who have a good heart, good compassion to giving the community to uplift and cultivate the Buddhism to all over the world. I really appreciate Bhante. Thank you, Bhante. Today is the great day for all of us. You know why? Today is the day we reborn again as a Buddhist. In Michigan, our Indian Buddhist, 20 years ago, I still remember. If you tell me to go there, I can go there without GPS. Right here, New Park Road, apartment complex, they have a small community auditorium. 20 years ago, the first time Indian Buddhists have a Dhamma Diksha. Right here, other side of the 96, the New Park Road, apartment complex, first time we have done 20 years ago. I was there. So today I'm here, future I'm going to be there also. So really appreciated that your dedication, your service, your kindness, everything that you have done. So first of all, today significance is that what is most significant day? Today in the morning session, Bhante Mudita and myself did one very good things. I don't know what you have learned, but Bhante Mudita chanted Dhamma Diksha Sutra. Look at that. Today is our Indian Buddhists celebrate the Dhamma Diksha Din. Bhante Mudita chanted the Dhamma Diksha Sutra in the morning chanting. I noticed that. I don't know how many people have noticed that. What the Dhamma Diksha day is the birth of the Buddhism. Do you know that? The birth day of Buddhism is the Dhamma Diksha day. Because of the Buddha, after having a long time meditation, he found the Buddhism, the day of the Dhamma Diksha day, which is in the full moon day of July. Full moon day of July called Asari Purnima, or called Asala Puja or Asala Purnami. That's the first day Buddha with the 5 disciples. The first disciple, he expressed what is Buddhism, the day birth of the Buddhism, which is in full moon day of July. Look at that. Why Baba Sahib choose this day after 3 months? You got to know that what I am telling you, that this is the core and this is the link between the Buddha and the Baba Sahib. And then the King Asoka, you got to know that exactly what happened. Baba Sahib chose October 14, 3 months later of this day of the Dhamma Diksha. You know why? Because of the King Asoka. King Asoka, this day King Asoka became a Buddhist. And King Asoka celebrate take the oath in Buddhism this day. With one of the famous Buddhist monk called Upagupta. Upagupta, actually his nephew, and he is the one who give the oath to the King Asoka this day. That is why Baba Sahib Ambedkar choose this day the same as the Vijayadashami. Vijayadashami is not the Hindu Vijayadashami. I am telling you, the lot of truth behind the Vijayadashami is the first the King Asoka did it because of the victory of his achievement. That is why the Baba Sahib chose this day is the victory of the achievement of the Dhamma. So look at that, Buddha, King Asoka and Baba Sahib. So you are celebrating day today is the Dhamma. So which is what the Buddha said in Dhamma Sutra. The three most fundamental teachings Buddha said that in the Dhamma Sutra. The first, he understood the Four Noble Truths. You got to know that the Four Noble Truths. Number one is the birth is the suffering. Old age is suffering. Sickness is the suffering. The death is the suffering. Chari dukkha. So those are the Four Noble Truths. The life is impermanent, anicca. Everything is impermanent, including the life, including the whole universe. Impermanent, number one. Number two, dukkha. This is the suffering, which is the universal suffering. Not your suffering, not my suffering, not anybody's suffering. The suffering is the universal. All the planet, all the star, everything is going on the suffering. Because of the impermanent, that is why it is subject to the suffering. Because of the impermanent, and that is why it is subject to suffering, dukkha. Because of it is a subject to suffering, that is why no personal identity. There is no me, there is no mine. Look at that important thing. Let me tell you, just last week I just figured out in my writing. Is this the sunshine, the sunlight belong to anybody? Sunlight? Can anybody tell that sunlight has an ownership? Sunlight have an ownership? No. Sunlight is universal. No ownership. No personal claim. Is it the oxygen that you breathe in and out has an ownership? Anybody say that? My breathing, you breathing, the oxygen, is it belong to anybody? No. You cannot claim the oxygen your ownership. Am I right? So, sunlight, no ownership, belong to everybody. Oxygen, belong to everybody, no ownership, no personal identity. The water, is it the water belong to anyone? Answer is no. Water is universal. The trees, the plant, all the green, is there anybody ownership? No, it's the Mother Nature. So there is, the planet Mother Earth has an ownership? No. No personal identity. This body that you belong to, no personal ownership. But we are saying that I, me, my, mine. Where is I? Where is mine? Where is mine? I, me, my, mine is the ego. Is the perception. Is the illusion of the mind. Is the thought of the mind. It belongs to Mother Nature. Same as the sunshine. The body belongs to the Mother Nature, same as air, oxygen. Same as the water, same as all the green plant, everything. This body is belong to Mother Nature. Anicca, dukkha, anatta. Anatta is the profound teachings of the Lord Buddha, which is there is no me, there is no mine, there is no ownership. I just rented this body from my mom and dad. This does not have a personal ownership or belong to. I just rented for the time being. I have to give up. I have to give up someday. So no personal ego, no personal perception, no ego, no ahankara, no perception. No, that is the main core of the teachings of the Buddha. Buddha cultivated the day of Dhammacakkappavattana. So remember that one, okay? So I give the subject to the today to discuss how to motivate young generation to the Buddhism. This is the very crucial subject. I give it to our Indian fellow brother and sister to discuss today. How to motivate our young generation for the Buddhism. Think about that. The Buddhism is right now declining. You know why? Because of the population. We are taking only maybe 2 child or maybe 1 child. My mother and father have a 7 child. My father and mother have a 7 child. One is die within a month. We are 6 brother and sister. Everybody in America today. Everybody, I brought everybody, you know. We left the country in Chittagong, Bangladesh. So my 6 brother and sister, all of you here right now. Bhante Mudita is the one who helped me and advised me. And I am always grateful to my big brother, Bhante Mudita. I appreciate that. Mahesh helped me to sponsor him, give me a sponsorship. I thank you, Mahesh and Mahesh family. And all the brother and sister, our Indian brother and sister, we are all same. We cannot separate each other. So, I requesting you, you have an opportunity to protect the Buddhism. How? 2 child is not enough. You agree with me? 2 child is not enough. Back in Bombay or the Nagpur, you have a 4, 5 brother and sister. You have enough money. You have a good job here. You have a lots of opportunity, lots of food. You have. Why you have 2 kids only? That's too greedy. That's too greedy. If I have a 6 brother and sister right now, I brought all of them in America, and they are big family now. You know how many members in my mother and father family? 22 members. They are including their children. 22 members. In that way, the population is counting. The board, the opportunity, you know, the right things. You need to have a population. Right now, Buddhism is growing in India because of our Buddhist brother and sister. They are becoming Buddhist. They have a big voice. They say that GLBV, Jai Buddha. It's a big voice. You have to speak up. You have to raise your voice. You have to grow your population, the Buddhist population. Otherwise, you have no opportunity to protect the Buddhism. Number 1. Number 2, you have to give them the proper education. Not only the institutional education, doctors or engineer, you know, that education is only for the job, only for making money. But you have to have a proper education. You have to have a proper education is with the Buddhism. This is, you got to every day study the 22 oath with this every day in terms of that. This is the profound, most powerful oath I ever saw in my life. 22 oath. Very powerful. I don't know how much you taking or not. I don't know how much you taking the opportunity of this 22 oath. This is the profound and most powerful, most significant, powerful speech given by the Baba Sahib. You got to read every day this 22 oath. This is the most powerful, most significant, and you got to follow these things. So this is number 2. This is the education, not the education in the university or high school. This is the education of your own. This is the family education, mom and dad education. This education you need. Number 2. Number 3, practicing the loving kindness, morality, kindness and compassion. That way, that your children will learn. in this is the number 1, 2, 3, and that is where you can propagate the Buddhism, uplift the Buddhism to the whole world. So lift up your voice, your family, your generation, your nation, and everybody will wake up in this profound the teachings of the Buddha. And I believe this way more discussion will come, and